Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 25th October 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. In the first report, let us find the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. During this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. Okay, I'm starting with half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I'm giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So I request you pause the video, study the report, and then you can proceed further. In case if you does not know how to understand this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Okay, next for half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. No stocks are available. The next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. 3 stocks are filtered near to the quarterly supply zone. Next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered near to the monthly demand zone. Next for monthly time frame, let's find the stocks near monthly supply zone. 2 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 15 stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. Next for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next time frame is daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered near to the daily demand zone. Let's identify the high liquidity zones from this list. The first one, Bank of Baroda, is a daily high liquidity demand zone. That's it. We have only one daily high liquidity demand zone from this list. Next for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity zones if any. The first one, NIFTY IT, is an indices, so we can leave this, not listed in F&O. We don't have any high liquidity supply zones from this list, from the daily time frame. Okay, next for next time frame is 125 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Next for 125 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. Again 9 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let's identify any high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones. No, we don't have any high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones from this list. Okay, next for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 14 stocks are filtered near to the 75 minute supply zone. Let's identify high liquidity zones from this list. NIFTY is having a high liquidity 75 minute supply zone, Already tested 4 times, 10 rejections from this zone. Next, that's it. We have only one high liquidity supply zone. So today we identified only 2 high liquidity zones. One is a high daily demand zone and another one is a 75-minute supply zone. That's it. Maybe you should also focus on the other stocks like bullish and bearish trade setups to find good setups, or NIFTY, BANKNIFTY. Also you should focus NIFTY, BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Okay. The next time frame is 25 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 25 minute supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Let's verify if any of these demand zones are having ITF confluence. In the 15 minutes demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. This is ITF confluence. So one stock is filtered having ITF confluence. Okay, next for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minute supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these 5 minutes or 15 minute supply zones are having ITF confluence. That is 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. Two stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these 5 minutes demand zones are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minutes demand zone confluence with 15 minutes demand zone. I am enabling the filter. Let's verify. So these 5 demand zones are having confluence with ITF, but one zone is pierced. You can ignore that stock. Okay, next time frame is 5 minutes. For 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minute supply zone. Nine stocks are filtered. So these 9 stocks are near to the 5 minute supply zone. Let's verify any of these 5 minute supply zones are having ITF supply zone confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling the filter. 2 stocks are filtered. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. We also identified daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So the next set of reports are bullish and bearish trade set. The next set of reports are NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. First, let's start with NIFTY. That is nothing but NIFTY 50. So let's start with monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column if any of these zones are pierced. And also look into the LTF trend to find the trend of the current time frame you have selected. Same rules you can apply. You can don't forget to pause the video when you are moving from one report to another report. Okay, next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is a daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the last time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So with this we have completed Nifty supply demand zone chain. The next one is BANKNIFTY. So I am changing the name to Nifty Bank. And let's start with monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The last time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So now completed the BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. So next we have to generate bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trades. Let me start with monthly income trade bullish trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone demand zone, bullish or bearish trade setup. At daily I am selecting bullish and the daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at daily time frame I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0, which indicates pierced count is 0, that means zone is not pierced. And zone achievement should always be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should always be 12 for minimum value, 12 for bullish and bearish trade setups. And all the three filters, zone achievement, minimum odd enhancer score, pierced count, all the three parameters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's filter. We got 13 stocks. Currently these 13 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, that is entry time frame daily. In these 13 stocks there could be high probability supported stocks. Let's find them based on ITF confluence, later LTF, ITF, HTF. So ITF confluence, that is a daily and a weekly demand zone confluence. I am enabling the filter daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. And with this we got 7 stocks. Out of 13, these 7 stocks are having high probability. Bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and also these entry zone, the daily zones are part of the weekly zones. Weekly zone is up because it is a bullish trade setup. Weekly trend is uptrend. Weekly means ITF trend, because trend always we look into ITF. Because ITF trend is uptrend, we can also filter based on the EMA confluence. So in the EMA Confluence, weekly demand zone is having weekly EMA Confluence. Why weekly demand zone? Because the daily demand zone is a part of the weekly demand zone. That is what Zone Confluence. So weekly demand zone with weekly EMA Confluence filter we set. We got 4 stocks. These 4 stocks are even more high probability setup supported stocks. And some of these stocks are also again HLQ zones, the daily zones, that is entry time frame zones. Okay, this is about a bullish trade setup for monthly income trade with ITF Confluence. Next, let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF Confluence for bullish trade setup for monthly. I have to remove EMA filter. I removed the EMA filter. So in the demand zone Confluence, 3 filters we should set. Already 1 filter is enabled. That is a daily demand zone with weekly demand zone Confluence. Next filter with HTF, daily demand zone with monthly demand zone Confluence, I am enabling. And also weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone Confluence filter also I am enabling. With this LTF, ITF, HTF Confluence, we got 3 stocks. That means the daily zone, entry zone is part of the weekly zone. Both together again part of the monthly zone. And monthly trend is up in all the 3 stocks. Because monthly trend is up, you can also look for monthly EMA Confluence on the HTF time frame. Because the daily and weekly are part of the monthly. If monthly zone is having monthly EMA Confluence, that could be even more high probability setup. So let's verify. In the EMA Confluence at monthly time frame, I am looking for monthly demand zone with monthly EMA Confluence. All the 3 stocks are having monthly EMA Confluence. So they are more even high probability setup supported stocks. So this is about bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily, I am selecting bearish. The daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Let's verify. We got 2 stocks. Currently these 2 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. That is entry time frame daily. Now let's verify any of these zones are having a ITF Confluence. That is a daily demand zone having a confluence with, not daily demand zone because this is supply zones, bearish trade setup. So daily supply zone having confluence with weekly supply zone. If anything is having, it is a high probability setup. Let's verify. So in the supply zone confluence, daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence filter I enabled. With this filter, we got both the stocks. That means both the stocks are having a confluence with weekly time frame. And the weekly trend is downtrend, ITF trend. And the daily zone is part of the weekly zone. Any weekly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. In the EMA confluence at weekly time frame, weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence filter, we got 1 stock. So this is a high probability. This is even more high probability setup supported stock. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. I am removing the EMA filter. Let's verify. In the supply zone confluence, daily supply zone with weekly supply zone is already enabled. Next, daily supply zone with monthly supply zone confluence, weekly supply zone with monthly supply zone confluence, filters also enabled. Now, none of the stocks are having a HTF confluence. So, but ITF confluence, high probability, I already identified. Good. Next, let us look for bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry is on demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish, and the 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. With all the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone, we got 6 stocks. And these 6 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. demand zone. Entry zone, demand zone. And in these 6 stocks, are there any high probability supported stocks? We need to identify. So for that, let us look for ITF confluence, that is 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. So let's enable that filter. So with this filter, we got 4 stocks. Out of 7, 4 stocks are filtered. In these 4 stocks, 75 minutes demand zone, entry demand zone is part of the daily demand zone. Daily is ITF, and ITF trend is uptrend in bullish trade setup. So if EMA confluence is there, daily EMA confluence in any of these stocks, they are even more high probability setup. Daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So in the daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. I am enabling the filter because the 75 minutes entry zone is a part of the daily zone. So we are looking for daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. One stock is filtered, so it's a high probability setup supported stock. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. I am removing this EMA filter. Earlier we got 4 stocks. In these 4, how many are having a HTF confluence? Let's verify. Already we set one filter, 75 with daily demand zone. Next 75 minutes demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. Filters enabled. With all the 3 filters, we got 4 stocks. In all these 4 stocks, LTF zone, that is 75 minutes demand zone, is part of the daily zone. Both together again part of the weekly demand zone. And weekly, all the 4 except first one, remaining 3 are having uptrend. If they are having weekly EMA confluence, the weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup because daily zone is part of the weekly zone. So in the EMA confluence at weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence, we got 3 stocks. First one is sideways, you can ignore it because the sideways EMA confluence does not add any extra advantage. But here the advantage will be improved. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting the minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. Let's verify. We got 11 stocks. All these 11 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. In these 11 stocks, there could be some high probability supported stocks. We need to identify them. So first we will look for LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. Now let's verify. Out of 11, we got 9 stocks. In all these 9 stocks, the 75 minutes entry zone is part of the daily intermediate time frame zone. 75 minute zone is part of the daily supply zone. And the daily supply zone, the ITF trend is a downtrend. So if the daily supply zone is having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence at a daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence, because 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. That's why we are looking for daily EMA confluence with daily supply zone. We got only 1 stock. So this is a high probability supported stock. Okay, next filter we will look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. I am removing EMA filter. Now in the supply zone confluence, with all the 3 parameters, LTF, ITF, HTF, we need to set 3 filters. One filter is already enabled, that is 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone. Next 75 minute supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence, and daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence filters are enabled. With all the 3 filters, we got 5 stocks. In all these 5 stocks, 75-minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone, both together again part of the weekly supply zone. And the weekly trend is down. Out of these 5, weekly trend is down in 3 stocks. First, third and fifth. In these 3 stocks, if any EMA, weekly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Sideways EMA confluence does not give any extra advantage. So, in the looking for HTF trend downtrend, that is a weekly trend downtrend, which stocks are having weekly demands, weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. Weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence filter enabled because 75-minute supply zone is part of weekly. We got 3 stocks. In the 3 stocks, how many downtrend? Only 1 stock. So escorts is a high probability setup because the weekly supply zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Remaining also high probability, but first one is even more high probability because EMA confluence is there. Remaining are also high probability because they are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. And few stocks are also having high liquidity zones in the 75 minutes time frame. Okay, this is about a bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, let us look for bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame 15 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting bullish. The 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and hands score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. We got 4 stocks. Currently these 4 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame 15 minutes. So in these stocks, how many are having a high probability setup supported stocks? For that, let us look for LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. With this filter, out of those 4 stocks, all 4 are filtered. That means all these 4 are currently supporting high probability setup because 15 minutes demand zone is a part of the 75 minutes demand zone. And the 75 minutes demand zone trend is up, that is ITF trend. If they are having the 75 minutes demand zones are having daily EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence because the entry time frame 15 minute zone is part of the 75 minute zone. That's why 75 minutes demand zone with EMA confluence we are verifying. One stock is filtered. So this demand zone is a high probability setup, and moreover it is also a high liquidity zone. So this is a high probability setup, bullish trade setup for our daily income trade based on ITF confluence. Next, let us look for ITF, LTF and HTF confluence. LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed it. And in the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we need to set. In that, 1 filter is already enabled. That is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. Next, 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence filters also enabled. Now, we don't have any LTF, ITF, HTF confluence supported demand zones. Okay, fine. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone. Minimum odd and hands score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes supply zone. Let's verify. We got 15 stocks. All these 15 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. 15 minutes supply zone is our entry zone. So in these 15 stocks, there could be some high probability supported stocks. To find those stocks, we need to look for first combination ITF confluence, that is LTF ITF supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence filter I am enabling. With this filter we got 15 stocks. All the 15 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means in all these 15 stocks, the 15-minute supply zone is part of the 75-minute supply zone. They are all supporting high probability setup. In this we have even more high probability setup stocks might be available because ITF trend is a downtrend. If any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence on the 75 minutes time frame supply zone. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, because ITF is 75 and the 15 minutes entry zone is part of the 75 minute zone. That's why 75 minutes zone is having daily EMA confluence. 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup. So none of the stocks are having. Fine. Next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. I am removing EMA filter. Let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, supply zone confluence. Already one filter is enabled. Remaining two filters, 15-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence, 75-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. With all the three filters, we got 10 stocks. Out of 15, 10 stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means the entry time frame 15-minute supply zone is part of the 75-minute supply zone. Both together again part of the daily supply zone. Currently all the zones are part of daily zone. If daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, but the trend should be downtrend. Some stocks sideways is there. You can ignore them. But downtrend stocks are having a daily EMA confluence. They are even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Because 15 minutes, 75 minutes both together are part of the daily supply zone. So that's why we are looking for daily EMA confluence in daily supply zone. Let's verify. We got one stock, but unfortunately it is a sideways trend, so it does not give any additional advantage. So no problem. Next let us look for hourly income trade stocks, bullish trade setup, entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone, demand zone. In bullish or bearish at 5 minutes time frame, I am selecting bullish. 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Currently 4 stocks are filtered. These 4 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify any of these stocks are having ITF confluence. So in the 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. These 2 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 5 minutes demand zone is part of the 15 minutes demand zone. Let's verify any of these, because 5 minutes is part of the 15. If the 15 minutes demand zone is having daily EMA confluence, it could be even more high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence at 15 minutes time frame, looking for 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Oh, one stock is filtered. Excellent. It is a high probability setup supported demand zone. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Removing EMA filter. Earlier without EMA filter, we got 2 stocks, right? 2 or 3. Let me check. 2 stocks. In these 2, any HTF confluence is available. Let's verify. In the demand zone confluence, so 5 minutes with 15 minutes already enabled. This is already enabled. 2 more filters. 5 minutes with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. 15 minutes with 75 minutes demand zone confluence filters also enabled. With this LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we did not get any stocks. Okay, fine. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 5-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, and minimum order enhanced score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5-minute supply zone. Let's verify. We got 15 stocks are filtered. All these 15 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade, that is entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. 5-minute supply zone is the entry. But in these 15 there could be some high probability supported stocks might be available. So first let us look for LTF, ITF supply zone confluence, that is 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. So with this, let's verify. Out of 15, 6 stocks are filtered. In all these 6 stocks, the 5-minute supply zones are part of the 15-minute supply zones. And in this 15-minute supply zone, trend is downtrend. If the 15-minute supply zone is having any daily EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Let's verify if any. In the EMA confluence, at 15 minutes time frame, 15-minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter I enabled. None of the stocks are having EMA confluence. Only ITF confluence is there. With ITF, how many we got earlier? 6, right? Yeah, 6. In these 6, any HTF confluence is available. Let's verify. HTF supply zone confluence, we need to set 3 filters. One filter is already enabled, that is 5-minute supply zone. Sorry, this is demand zone. That is 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone confluence is already enabled. Next 5-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence I am enabling, and 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence filter also enabled. With all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we got 3 stocks. In all the 3 stocks, 5-minute supply zone is part of the 15-minute supply zone, both together again part of the 75-minute supply zone. And in the 75-minute trend, the HTF trend is down. If any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setups, the supply zones. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, 75-minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter I enabled, because 5-minute supply entry zone is part of the 75-minute zone. That's why we are looking for 75-minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So none of the zones are having EMA confluence with 75-minute supply zone. No issues. So with this we have completed bullish and bearish trade setup stocks. Next let us generate the stop buffers based on daily ATR. These are all the stop buffers based on the daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices. Remaining all are equity stocks but listed in F&O. They are not F&O data. Data is equity data, but the list is filtered from F&O listed companies. I keep on scrolling the list down, whichever the stock you want to refer. There you please pause the video. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. This is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for our further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.